So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the five bodies of wisdom, five wisdom bodies, and I would love it if you jump on live, if you could write a comment and let me know that you're here, because I can see that people are live sometimes, but I can't see who it is, and I would love to know who you are. I would love to know who's watching. Or if you catch it later, if you could make a comment and just type in that you're seeing it, a little replay magic, I would love that too. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is the five wisdom bodies and how they can help you heal. Because this is something that has been kind of percolating. It's actually been percolating for years for me. And I didn't realize it until recently that this is kind of, it keeps coming back, that it's not just one thing. I'm going to adjust my camera. So first of all, what are the five wisdom bodies? The five wisdom bodies are the way that I look at how to heal someone, especially women who are having health challenges. Those wisdom bodies are the physical wisdom body that, that we think of, that most of us pay attention to on a very high level. The emotional wisdom body, the mental wisdom body, the energetic wisdom body, and the spiritual wisdom body. And these five wisdom bodies are really important, especially if you're dealing with health challenges, because often when we deal with health challenges, we look at the physical wisdom body and we say, what can I do to help this body get better, get healthier? And I also see it sometimes with the emotional body when people are dealing with anxiety, or they're dealing with depression or sadness, or just being a regular run-of-the-mill overstressed like most of us are, is that they only work on some of the mental. And sometimes that can be where the breakdown is. So I see, hi Anna, I see that you've seen this. So thank you for joining. So the way that I look at it is that these five wisdom bodies are really important to all be healthy and well, that they all need to be at kind of firing or functioning at high capacity in order for us to feel well. So if our physical body isn't doing well, if there's something going on with our physical body, then we may have other issues that go on in our emotional body or our mental body, or our energetic body or our spiritual body, that all of those can play a role. So I think of the physical body as the things that we do, like exercise, nutrition, sleep is another big part of it. All of those pieces are going to help us feel healthy and well. So that's what's talked about a lot in mainstream, when we think about we have a physical illness. The emotional body are our feelings, our emotions, and that also can play a role in how we feel physically. In addition, our physical body and how our physical body is doing can play a role in how we're feeling emotionally. So sometimes we don't pay attention to our emotions, what's happening, and we may say like, gosh, I don't know, I've had this knot in my stomach all day long. I don't really understand why. And when we check in, we're able to say, oh, right, like I'm kind of nervous about this thing that's coming up, or worried or excited. So, so that's the emotional wisdom body. And then there's the mental wisdom body. And this is what I think of. I've got things going off and beeping, so I apologize. The mental wisdom body is the mind. So our thoughts and what we think can actually have a huge impact on how we feel, can have a huge impact on how our emotions and our physical well-being. And so that body, that wisdom body, can also play a big role in how we're feeling physically, how we're feeling emotionally, even how we're feeling energetically. If we're having certain thoughts, they can have a very heavy energy, and our connection to spirit then. The next wisdom body is the energy wisdom body. And I think of this as, it's interesting because there are lots of different ways that you can look at things. So this is what I've come up with so far that kind of best helps my clients. The energetic body, often we can bring in or give out our energy or have an energy that's not ours. And that energy can then influence our mind. It can influence our emotions. It can influence our physical well-being. So in shamanism, we talk about that there could be an energy that actually doesn't belong to us, that could be housed in the body. And that can lead to feelings of stuckness. It can lead to physical pains. It can lead to disorders, or, you know, they can manifest in lots of different ways. It can lead to us feeling stuck or sluggish. So that's the energetic physical body. You know, we're all made of energy, and that body also needs attention then. And many of us in our Western culture aren't taught to pay attention to our energy body. Okay, I don't know why my computer just said I have to sign in. So the last one is the spiritual wisdom body. And the spiritual wisdom body is, oh, are you guys still there? The spiritual wisdom body is the last one. And I think of this as the interconnection or the web of life. So this could be our connection to source. This is also any soul parts that might be have left because of trauma. So the trauma that we might have experienced could be something from when we were very young, from being called a name when we were in school, or it could be from a car accident, or from a divorce, or from you know, a loved one being in the hospital. All of those are possible. So the way that I believe that we have this health is by addressing to have more, a higher energy, like I feel like I can go do things in the world, is by addressing all of these wisdom bodies. I'm holding up my hand because I've been talking about each of them, right? So these 5 wisdom bodies, by addressing them, what do I need to do to my physical body? Do I need to get more sleep? Do I need to eat different food? Food can affect emotions. So, you know, or is there something going on emotionally that maybe I need to focus on to help feel better, feel more energetic? So noticing those pieces and how they can influence can then bring us to more health. If you are feeling like you're having some challenges, some difficulties with your health, emotionally, that this is what I work with my clients, is we go through those 5 levels, those 5 wisdom bodies, and we look at each of the particular areas, and using shamanism and mindfulness and life coaching and the yoga, some of the practices in yoga, and some other additional work that I do, the Reiki that I do, I pull all of that together to help individuals. Now, some of these things you can do on your own, right? You can pay attention to your food on your own. What are you putting into your body? How is your mind stopping you from eating the good food that you want to eat? How is your mind stopping you from moving your body? How are your emotions affected when you do work out, when you do eat? And I notice that a lot of people, the food that you intake can have a huge influence on your mood, and have an influence on your on energetically. So sometimes people will notice that as they change their diet, they have more access or information from their guides, from, you know, intuitively they start to get more information. Hey, Denise, I'm glad you joined. This is part 2, just to let you know, I kind of lost my connection to internet or something, so I'm glad you're here. So those 5 wisdom bodies, you know, physically, as I was saying, you can do things to help take care of yourself. Emotionally, you can work through the emotions, I'm going to say sit with, be with, notice your emotions, listen to what emotions you have and what what information they're giving you. The mind, watching what the mind is telling you and seeing if you believe it, because as we've talked about before, one of my dear inspirational people, Steph Lagana, says, your brain is a lying liar that lies. And it's true. Your brain, don't trust what your brain says. So what is your mind saying? What energy do you need to clear? You can do this. You know, a lot of people will use burning sage or salt baths. Those are great ways to clear your energy. A shamanic practitioner can also help if there's an energy that doesn't belong to you that needs to be removed. You know, if you have that, please, you know, if you have questions, if that's what's going on, please let me know and I'm happy to answer questions. And then spiritually would be returning those soul essences and bringing those back to you. You can do that by just even calling in, like what soul essences are ready and willing to come back. You can ask that. Now, a shamanic practitioner would be the person to go and help remove that back as well if you want to go like that next level, or if you've been through several traumas in your life. So those are the 5 wisdom bodies. I'm very passionate about this because I see that most of the individuals in our society kind of look at maybe 1 or 2 levels, and they look at them very separately. And I feel like it's important to look at them as a whole. So I offer a few different things if people are interested. The reason I want to talk about this is because it's so important to me that people understand that there are many different ways to look at health. So I do free calls just to get the word out. It's not a sales pitch. It's not that I'm trying to get you to work with me. I just want to help women who are stuck and who have health challenges. And I'll post the link in the comments. I call them de-stuckification chats, and where I'll kind of go through my 5 model, 5 wisdom bodies to help you see if maybe we can find an area that might need a little assistance. The other way is I'm going to be teaching a class, an online class. It's going to start at the end of October, and I'm going to be talking more about that this week. But I'm really excited about that because it's going to be a course, 6-week course, where people can work through some of these different layers together as a group. And anytime that we work together as a group, usually my experience is that the results are exponential because everyone is supporting each other in that, and that can be a really great container to have. So if you have questions about the 5 wisdom bodies, I would love to know. Please let me know. You can comment here. If you're watching this later, give me a little hashtag replay magic and let me know that you've seen this. Let me know what you think. If you have questions about the 5 wisdom bodies, if you think you might be deficient in one of the areas, I would love to know. If we work on these 5, if we work on our health only using one of them, yes, you can see differences. Yes, you can see change. But it's kind of like only doing your arms in a workout every day. It's not doing your whole, it's not working on your whole system. Or it's, the example I like to use is, it's like cutting your grass with tweezers. Like, it's not the most efficient way. So why not make a most efficient way of dealing with your health and look at the 5 wisdom bodies. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. I'll see you later. Bye.